All right.
Record, Art. Art, record. Good.
I will.
Now
I will if you make me.
Must podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to Midnight Cinema, your deep dive into horror movies, sci-fi films, cult classics, new and old. Warning, everybody, there are spoilers ahead. I am Art Hennessy in San Diego, California.
And I am Lord Byron, here with Mary Shelley, and we're here with another person who I can't remember his name because I don't give a poop. And we're going to tell you a story that's scary. So scary. I'm American Salem, Massachusetts, that has no rolling R's.
Well, that's our prologue to the podcast, Erik. And
Yes.
that is the prologue to the movie that we're discussing this week. Because this week at the Midnight Cinema, we are screening an absolute classic movie. We are screening the 1935 film, The Bride of Frankenstein. Directed by James Whale, starring Boris Karloff.
Sorry, correction. No, sorry.
Oh, well, in the credits, he is such a big star.
It's like Madonna. Karloff. Go ahead. I don't want to ruin it. Go ahead.
Also starring Colin Clive, Ernest Thesiger, I think that's how you pronounce that name,
Sure.
Una O'Connor, we'll be talking about her, and Elsa Lanchester.
It's the oldest movie in a podcast we've ever done. Oldest podcast.
That's
Oldest
good.
movie in a
Yeah,
podcast.
it is. It definitely is. It is also, is it the first black and white we've done, Erik, I think?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yep.
It is the sequel, of course, to the 1931 mega universal monster hit, Frankenstein. And we have not covered Frankenstein yet. So we're
Not at all.
covering the sequel.
Well, I was looking at movies that I'll never watch, like the new The Bride! Exclamation point. This takes place in like gangster days. But I thought, you know what? I've never seen Bride of Frankenstein.
You had never seen it. This is a
Nope.
first watch for you?
Yep. First
Oh,
watch.
interesting.
Yeah.
I would have thought you for sure would have seen it at some point.
Nope. It's in
In the
celebration art of our frickin' somethingeth podcast. We've been doing this for over a year now.
We have been doing this now for over a year. This starts our new year of podcasting for you and I, this episode. So here we are, going back to the beginning, Erik.
Yeah.
Universal monster movies.
Yep.
We're here.
I love them.
All right. Original Frankenstein came out in 1931, Erik. They wanted to have a sequel out very fast. Matter of fact, when it was first in theaters, like its first weekend, the original one, they were like, let's get a sequel out. But they didn't actually get it together. This came out relatively late for sequels for movies back then. This is 1935. So they took like 4 years to get this movie together.
Unheard of for a sequel.
I know.
Closing door. Daughter, make noise. Sorry. Go ahead.
And so I'm so fascinated, Erik. So our movie starts here, as you said, opening up Karloff. Just Karloff. That's it. People must have, he was that big of a star from his Frankenstein role.
He's already touring, with his music.
And Erik, do you just want to fill people in? As far as Karloff, what are other things Karloff might be known for?
Well, I mean, there's the Mummy, sure.
Mhm.
But there's another thing that people don't know about.
Okay.
He talks quite like this, and he doesn't pout. And he rhymes, and he grins, and he talks about snow, 'cause he's the narrator and the voice of the Grinch. Don't you know?
There you go. Boris Karloff.
I play the Grinch in October and December, and I basically do a mix of him and Sean Connery. So my Grinch is like this. Don't you know? But his voice is awesome. Yeah, the Grinch. Is that what you wanted? Because that's what you got.
I got it that. And I also know you have a special place in your heart for mummies as well. So I
do.
know that.
Slow moving fuckers. Come and get me. See what happens.
But this is where it all started, Erik. He is Frankenstein. But we're not talking about Frankenstein, the original. We're talking about The Bride of Frankenstein, which is the sequel. And it opens up, Erik. Did you expect how this movie opens up? We
No,
we
no, we're
open up.
jumping in. Yeah.
We open up on a castle, a great little miniature castle as it floats in. Big, tall, on a hill. How do you even get to this castle that's miniature, Eric? It's up on such
You
a
get
steep
there by
hill.
the universal plane that's going around the world.
I
the
love
logo.
it.
That's how you get there, Art.
But this castle, we go inside, and it is a grand room.
Oh, my gosh.
The people, and there's a woman walking across with Afghan hounds. Like she has a whole gaggle of
20.
Afghan hounds in the living room.
This is kind of romantic right now. It's like, yeah.
There's a woman on a settee knitting with a needle, but she has this long dress. And then there's two gentlemen. It looks like we're in the early 1800s, right? And,
it does.
And they start talking. Eric, you've given us a preview. Who are these people? Would you want to tell the audience?
Art, how beautifully dramatic that you ask me. I believe it's Lord Byron and Mary Shelley who penned Frankenstein and some other dude named Shelley.
That's right.
I forget who the hell that is.
Percy Shelley.
Percy Shelley. Who's a what? A playwright?
Poet.
Oh,
yes.
But the guy playing
Byron and Shelley were poets. Yes.
Okay, and Byron, the guy is playing Byron. If this isn't a stage play, he is rolling hard with those R's. I mean, the movie's not that long, but his R's easily add about a minute and a half to the movie.
But really, Eric, I hadn't seen the movie in a long time, and I totally forgot that this prologue opens up where we see the three people who were sort of there when the original novel Mary Shelley wrote, Frankenstein.
It's pronounced Frankenstein.
I know. But
Frankenstein.
But Frankenstein, the modern Prometheus.
Did you say feces?
The modern feces.
Art's had a long week, everybody, so he's just kind of slur and mispronounce words.
Frankenstein, the modern Prometheus, that novel Mary Shelley wrote on a stormy night with these two gentlemen. It was almost like a little contest to write ghost stories, and she wrote the novel. But here we're catching up with them. And the dialogue, Eric, I was like, what did audiences make of this? They were going, after seeing Frankenstein, they were going back, and suddenly, this is the dialogue, Eric, is like, oh, Mary, you wrote that horrid story.
Horrid, Art. Horrid. And that other guy doesn't talk at all. He's like, yeah, you did. You did, Mary. He doesn't say nothing.
Can you believe it, Erik? A woman wrote such a story.
Yes, she has such a low-cut dress that we had to cut out half the scene because it was too much bosom.
True story, Eric's saying. Her cleavage was too much for the censors at the time in 1935. I guess she must have leaned forward maybe too many times.
I guess so, while she's knitting.
But basically, Lord Byron is saying, look at her bland brow and her normal-looking face. Would anybody think that a Manchester sick wrote a story such as this?
She has written a tale that has sent my blood into icy creeps.
Yes.
That's another thing we got to add in every podcast. You know, this sends my blood into icy creeps, I'll tell you that.
Yes. So they're basically just, they're really impressed that she wrote this horrible, this very scary story. And she's just smiling and knitting.
Yeah.
And then she plucks her finger with the knitting needle.
Yes.
Ouch.
Well, in case you didn't know the story, freaking Lord Byron's going to give us a little recap.
Yes. For anybody who hadn't seen Frankenstein, they're going to get a little highlight reel delivered by Lord Byron.
And he's good at the recap too, because he's set the tone, and his frickin' dialogue. Stealing the body, that was a pretty chill.
And we're seeing little clips from Frankenstein as it's going through. Erik, I was thinking to myself, we should have all sequels. Lord Byron, when every sequel opens up,
oh my God,
we could have him narrate.
Yes. There's Ripley back on Earth. And there's her cat. That gives my blood an icy chill. Ripley. Those aliens give me creeps, icy creeps.
If you remember John Wick's dog taken down by the villains.
Nasty, forthright individuals. But he's good, so we know, just in case nobody's seen Frankenstein. which is the name of the guy who created the monster. They steal a body, and then they take pieces of bodies up to the mountain laboratory, and then there's a murder or murders, and there's a little kid that gets drowned by Frankenstein by mistake. He didn't mean it. He thought all children could swim out. What does he know? He's made of remnants. And then there's, blah, blah, blah. There's more. And then there's the windmill, awesome windmill.
Yes.
And Frankenstein, the Baron, gets thrown from the top of the mill to his death.
Yes.
Right?
Very clearly, if you watch Frankenstein.
Yeah. And then the windmill burns down with Frankenstein's monster on top of it. So they all dead.
Yes.
And I went to Universal Studios Epic. If anybody goes there, it's pretty cool. They have a windmill. They have that windmill, and it catches on fire every 15 minutes. Gives me the icy creeps on.
Yes. And so it's very efficient. Like you said,
recap.
It's really, really efficient. It's a recap. But Mary Shelley tells them there's more to the story if you'd like to hear it.
I would.
There's more.
I would, Mary, especially in that rolling dress you have.
And they're each on either side of her, which the censors apparently didn't like this either, because they apparently in the original made references to their free sexual mores.
I love that.
We don't believe in marriage here.
We only
on the settee.
We only believe in digging up corpses. That's okay, everyone. And murder. I love it. I love those censors. We can't do that.
Sit on the settee in a menage a trois, shall we say?
Yes.
And I will tell you the story. It's all very funny. But she says, picture the windmill burning its embers. It's burned down. She sets the stage. So we're coming right in hot, Erik. This is a sequel, one of those sequels that's coming in right after the last one ended.
Which is cool. You're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. And so there's the windmill. It's kind of collapsed. It's still burning though. And we meet our MVP for this movie.
Oh my God.
Yes.
She in a different movie, this actor? I have in my notes, who the hell is this chewing up all of the scenery?
The actress Una O'Connor. And
it's Minnie. It's Minnie, isn't it, Art? I'm going away from the microphone so it doesn't blow your eardrums out.
Yeah, so Minnie's at the scene. All the townspeople are around. And Minnie, she's so excited. And she's the type of person that's in everything. Gossip. She knows everything. She's going to be at the scene of everything in this movie. And I don't think she appeared in the first movie. But yet she works for, we're going to learn that later that she works for the Frankenstein. Like she works there.
Fun facts is I love when they do that. She was the one with the dogs at the beginning.
Yes. Yeah.
But they didn't call any attention to it. I thought it was cool. And did you notice that any shot she's in, Minnie, in Bride, she's surrounded by vapors. She has these little like Frau Swiss, I don't know what costume you call them, a German yodeling outfit hair ribbons. And they're always moving. I'm like, has somebody got a fan underneath her and just was like...
And she's got that little, is it Swiss like hat thing on her head, Erik? It's like what is that? I don't know. It's like a little, it sticks up. It's almost like a pin cushion on your head, like the top of your head or something. It's just circular, right?
You know, when you go to Oktoberfest?
Yes.
That's kind of, I think, what they're going for. But her lines for censorship, her lines are pretty vicious. She's like, I'm glad to see it roasted to death before me eyes. I mean, she's got nasty.
Not only that, Erik, she's a pyro. Don't tell me she's not a pyromaniac, because she's watching the fire and going, oh, that's the fire. It burned good and well. Look, it's still going. See the insides. She says this. She goes, the insides, they still burning while the rest of it's out. So you still got some fire in there.
Somebody get me a marshmallow. Anyone wants to know about fire? I'm your lady.
Right.
That's why she's got the vapors all the time. It's because of her fiery insides.
And she's talking to another person who's sort of like, oh, this is all so horrible, isn't it? What do you mean? This is great. Like, she is into it. And then we meet also, but the Burgermeister? Is this
Yeah.
the guy?
The world's largest mustache.
Oh, my God.
Everybody right now is a caricature. Right.
Yes.
Everybody. Oh, I'm the Burgermeister.
He's there, and he's trying to get the crowd to disperse from the burned windmill. All right, all over. All right, get out of here. What I like about this guy, Eric, is you notice he always at the end of his lines throws away the last line.
Yeah,
so he'll be really big, and he'll be like, all right, everybody, this is a terrible thing out here. I go home.
All right. I know, and she's not leaving because she likes that fire. And he's like, everyone get out, pleasant dreams. And she goes,
I know.
Pleasant dreams yourself. I mean, it's just, I want to see this on the stage. Is this a comedy? I thought it was a horror movie.
He says to her, Eric, he goes, oh, shut up.
Oh, yeah, stupid. Shut up.
This is just comedy that's going on now.
It is comedy.
It's strange, Eric, because I was like, this is Young Frankenstein that we're watching right now.
I can see now how they got to Young Frankenstein, the point, because it's not, she's got a Cockney accent here, but I can see how, Frau Blucher was created because she's like, I got to do something.
Yes.
But you know what? Is they find, believe it or not, they find Henry Frankenstein's body.
I know.
And he was supposed to be married today. Oh. No. So they take the body to the castle.
Yeah, they're going to take it home, show it to his wife. Meanwhile.
Show it to his wife.
That's what I mean. They're going to yeah. Well, I'm like Minnie who could. Oh, let me be there for showing it to his wife.
I'll drag the body myself.
But meanwhile, it's everybody's dispersing except one couple is up there on the hillside.
Yep.
It's the father of poor Maria who was drowned by the monster in the last movie. Accidentally.
Not on purpose.
Are you his defense attorney? Is that what you're?
I would like to point out to the court that he was trying to help her to swim because she was pretty like a flower and flowers float, Your Honor. May the court please understand that he has some issues, cognizant issues.
And now the monster leans into you in your ear and is like, flower good.
Yeah, flowers are good. Yeah, it's Hans. And I looked it up just to make sure. Hans's wife's name is his wife. They just couldn't give her, like, no, she doesn't need a name. It's a woman.
Yeah.
It's his wife.
He's looking at the burned wreckage of the mill and he's like, I need to see his burned body. It'll make me feel at peace.
Yep.
And she's like, don't go down. Don't. No. So he goes down and it's kind of a cool set. All these sets, I just want to point out, otherwise we'll talk about it for hours, Eric. These are great sets in this movie. I loved them. I really fell in love with just almost every single location, the sets that they built for this movie.
I agree.
It's gorgeous.
I agree. And if I was going to make another attraction and it had high ceilings, I would just make a castle interior set piece like the ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
He falls. He actually falls with his wife is like, told you not to go over there, you stupid, dumb husband with a first name. But he falls
into the water. It's like a sawmill thing down with a wheel. And while he's flouncing about.
That's good. He's flouncing out. He's flouncing in the water.
We see a hand come out, Eric, from behind.
Yes.
Burned hand. It's burned. And the monster's there. He did not die in that fire.
No, he did not. A little worse for wear, but he doesn't. Remember, this is the misunderstood monster. Not today, though. No. He's like, what the fuck are you doing here? And he drowns the guy.
Immediately.
He
goes over. There's no misunderstanding.
No.
It's not like he shoots a gun at him or something like that. He comes out of the shadows and just goes, ugh.
Yeah, and I'm dropping F-bombs, I realize, but I need to. Frankenstein's monster's he's swearing.
Frankenstein put the F in.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking Frankenstein.
So Hans's wife is up there and she's sort of passed out when he fell. She wakes up and she hears somebody climbing up to go. And she, of course, thinks it's Hans. So she puts her hand out and pulls him up but it's not Hans.
Nope, it's her new husband, the monster.
Yes.
But here he is. I mean, he had a hard day, apparently, because he's letting his attitude and adrenaline take over because he's just like, nope, and he tosses her down
the well. And it's pretty violent, Eric. That dummy that they throw down there, it hits its head.
Yes.
On something on the way down.
Yes, you can't show bosoms art, but you can see a neck snap. Okay.
I mean, so she's dead. So I don't know if you were body count here. We got 2. Like Frankenstein is killed.
Let's body count right away.
Yes.
Right away. We're not counting owls, but inexplicably, there's a beautiful owl at the bottom of the well.
And the owl has some face card. The owl is acting. The owl squints and looks side-eyed. It's kind of putting some mustard on its little performance there.
I was like, geez, man, this isn't going to turn out good. What the hell?
Never see him again, though. Never see him.
No, well, because he's trapped in the frickin' rooms of the windmill.
The embers. Right.
And then the monster meets, of course, who's still there to make sure she's going to roast marshmallows.
Yeah. So she's staying till the bitter end.
Yeah, Minnie.
But he doesn't kill Minnie.
No. He has to let her comedy live on because this is now Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein because she's just like, woo! I thought she's going to take off like Wile E. Coyote, like, pow, poof.
Or they were going to do something like the hair is going to go like, wow, like her, like you said, like those Germanic pigtails or something. They're going to go like, wow.
Yeah. But so funny, but he lets her live.
Yeah, she goes running off.
I guess he's done with his anger for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we're going to see that they're bringing Victor's body to his fiancée in her house.
Yeah.
They go to her house. And this is where I said, and Minnie, so they bring in the body right into the living room. They actually clean off a table in that beautiful, gorgeous living room.
And there's no room in the house to put him anywhere else.
They put the stretcher down right on her dining room table or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And this is where we learn, I guess Minnie works for her. Because Minnie comes right through the door and Minnie comes in and she's not helpful.
No,
but she's not helpful.
She's still breezy. If you watch it again, there's someone under her with a couple
What is that, though? What are they trying to do?
I think the director's like, well, we got to show off the costume. I don't know.
But Minnie comes in and says, she looks at the body and Elizabeth, this is Victor's fiance, is looking at the body. And Minnie goes, he'll never speak again.
No. It's just terrible. What a terrible wedding day.
Shouldn't she? I know she does a little. Shouldn't she be going? The freaking monster is.
She does. She's like, the monster's alive, and somebody goes, "Shut up, you old fool!"
Yeah, everybody is
Shut up, you stupid.
So she's left alone. Everybody starts to go, "Oh my gosh!" Elizabeth walks away from the body, and Minnie's with the body alone because I guess they have to have Minnie make this discovery. The hand drops down and moves. And this is like you said, the wind machine turns on and they have her go, wah! And she lets out a scream as if she saw the monster.
She sounds like Goofy from Disney. She goes, woo! I mean, it's just, and Elizabeth is, let's talk about her for a second. Elizabeth is a beautiful, serious actor right now. And she's got an amazing dress, pointing out she's only 17 and wow.
She looks like she's 30. Yeah.
But
I found it hard to believe when I read that trivia.
Me too. I was like, nah, she's not. That's ridiculous. She's not. But they were older back then. They all died at 40.
Mm-hmm. Well, they all smoked.
They all smoke. But she's got lines like, I was told, beware of my wedding night.
Yeah,
that's not the exact reason, but yeah, close enough.
Her lines are out of a different movie. Her lines through this whole thing are as if she's in an incredibly over dramatic film. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, but not the way the others are done. Like
No.
Minnie's off the wall, like she's hanging off the sides of the stage. Lord Byron was so the back of the theater could hear him. Really? But she's just like, nope.
I have to say, Hans was pretty normal. The father of the girl who went down in there, he was normal.
Yeah.
But yes, but basically, to get people caught up here, Victor Frankenstein is alive. He's alive.
Oh,
he's
that's
alive,
number one.
Eric.
He's alive. We'll count how many times we say that.
Yeah. So
they're in the bedroom now. She's nursing him in this gorgeous bedroom.
Oh,
and my first
amazing.
thought is, how much does it cost to heat this place? Because the ceilings are like 100,000 feet high.
Yeah. James Whale, I noticed in other movies that he did, we should say James Whale also not only did Frankenstein, another really good movie that we should cover sometime, The Invisible Man. He directed The Invisible Man.
Oh, that one's pretty cool.
That's pretty good too.
We could do that,
but he really liked that, the vertical sets, like putting everything into that frame. Because that's back when the frame was there and using the space, the vertical space
So
on
good.
it. So it's great. So the gist of this is Victor wakes up and he's talking about his creation and what he's done. And Elizabeth is like, don't do that. It's the devil's talk.
Yes,
She's saying it's the devil's talk. It's blasphemous.
Oh, she's so virtuous. She's just like, a lot of God talk in here. And he's kind of like, oh, you're right. What's his voice? You're right. I should never have done it. I don't know where I'm from. I don't know what his voice is.
So he's in the bed. He's in the bed. And we should point out, just before filming, he had a horrible horse riding accident, right? And he has a broken leg throughout this movie. So you're going to notice if you watch it, you can't unsee it. He can't be standing long in any scene. So he's either in a bed or in a chair. And if he isn't, he gets there very quickly in scenes. Like it's you can't unsee it once you know that backstory. But basically, she goes off on a thing. She says, while you were there, unconscious, I thought that this dark vision, a man of death, was coming. Oh my gosh. This is where I said it's over the top, Eric. There he is. Oh no, there he is in that corner. Oh, there he is in that corner. And I was like,
starts joining the overacting of the cast.
Yes. Because she, like you said, she was completely normal before. And then now it's like she's over the top. But what she's really hinting at is there is a dark man of fate approaching.
Yes.
Because the knock comes at the door, Eric.
Boom, boom,
boom, boom. It's so portentous, but we have to send Minnie to get the door. So any buildup of eeriness and suspense here is gone.
They're like, all right, let's just follow Minnie. Let her talk. Oh God, who's coming to this hour? And while knocking at the door, we see them. There's so much wind happening. This guy loves wind and shadows. Yeah. It's really cool. And she answers the door with, "Don't knock the castle over. We're not all dead yet." I'm like, what?
Yes.
And who's at the door?
Don't worry, Eric. If you don't catch the name right away, they are going to say it 27 times.
Oh, that should have been the count. That would have been too much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you going?
No, but there's no way I would have.
He answers the door, and it is Dr. Septimus Pretorius.
Right? Sounds like a gladiator's at the door.
Dr. Pretorius.
It's like there's a guy with the gladiator outfit at the door. Septimus Pretorius, what do you think? I think I challenge you to duel. You know, he looks like, just for description, except with white hair, he looks like Judge Doom. They must have got the Judge Doom outfit from Roger Rabbit from this guy. I would have loved it if it was Judge Doom. I'm looking for a Frankenstein.
I'm throwing it out there, Eric, and you might go, Art, no, I like this guy. I like this character.
Oh my God.
A lot. I love him.
He is. I was not joking when I said I could dress like him for Halloween. If I get, if I get gaunt, I could be this guy. Dr. Pretorius.
And I love the lighting here, Eric, and he steps from the shadow into the light with his face. Pretorius.
Yes, and he's here on a secret matter of grave importance. Not as much rolling in his R's, but still sinister. And how close can you get to this guy's face?
Yes.
Jesus, the close-ups in this movie, they're like, hit you
a lot of stepping into it because he likes to come from the darkness into the light.
But
they're lit well. You can see the shadows in every single pore, Eric.
The joy of black and white. You didn't have to worry about these. It's amazing. Shot.
Amazing. But this is where I said earlier, Eric, she goes, Pretorius? Yes, Pretorius. Pretorius. And she's leading him to the house. Dr. Pretorius. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm Dr. Pretorius. And I'm like, this should be a musical at this point.
Oh, my God. What was the name again?
It's Pretorius.
I forgot. Let me remember it now. Dr. Polonius. No, it's Pretorius. I said that, didn't I? No, you didn't, you stupid woman. Shut up. And it's
Get all the house servants in on it.
Oh, huge.
He said his name was Pretorius. Pretorius.
His name is really glorious. Pretorius.
So she's leading him to the house. It's dark with her candle with that, like a little wind. Is it a wind protector? Did you notice the candle,
yes, the
Eric?
Wind protector.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And Art, you have to stay close to the candles. The staircase could be treacherous. Yeah.
So they're leading him up to Victor's room.
And did you notice his shadow? He's followed by his shadow. He's got the best freaking giant shadow on the wall. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So they lead him up there, and she comes in, and we get more Pretorius song. We reprise.
Yep.
Sir, Dr. Pretorius is here to see you. Pretorius? Yes, that's what he said his name was, Pretorius. And then Elizabeth is like, who's Dr. Pretorius? Yes, we need the Monty Python guy to step in, right?
Stop.
You've already done this bit.
What was the name of it? What was his name?
It was Dr. Pretorius. But
Pretorius.
he steps right in. He's not going to be denied.
Oh, yeah.
He's very insistent. We should say, as Eric said, Dr. Doom, tall. He's a very tall, gaunt man. And Victor tells Elizabeth he was a doctor of philosophy at a university.
Yes, but you know what, Art? I was booted out.
Is booted the term? Is booted the term?
Yes, my dear Art. Booted is the word for knowing too much.
Like I said, I could quote him all day, but we can't. The podcast would be 3 hours long.
I was booted. Yeah, he has to speak with them privately, so Elizabeth has to leave because she's a wife and they're not allowed to hear things.
It always reminds me of James Bond. Run along, girl.
Yeah.
Man talk.
Yeah, leave us. But he wants to work together with Frankenstein, and Frankenstein's like, no, I can't. And then he gives him a guilt trip. He's like, you're responsible for all those murders.
The liability. Eric, that's where your lawyer has to come in for Frankenstein.
Technically, he wasn't. He created the monster. And again, the monster is guiltless as well, Your Honor. I just want to point out the record.
Yeah. So, he's sort of blackmailing him, sort of saying, oh, you're responsible for all these deaths and the monster's still at loose, too.
Yep.
But I have in my notes here, Eric, I don't know if this bears out. Pretorius's face always looks like he just smelled a dirty diaper. It's kind of
He does have the flaring nostrils continuously.
Yes, and his nose is a little bit up in the air.
Did somebody fart?
Yes.
It smells like when I was booted.
Yeah.
Somebody booted.
So the gist of it is, Pretorius wants to, he's interested in creating life as well. And he's been working on stuff. And he thinks if they collab, if they get together, we could make beautiful music.
Yes.
Together.
And
Victor.
Frankenstein all of a sudden is in. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm in. And
he's curious. I guess we're supposed to be tapping into, he can't help himself. He's got this urge
he's got to do it.
Continue it. So they're going to go to his lab.
Well, is it far, Art? Is the lab?
It's not. But you'll need a code. But excuse me, I could stop. But you'll.
What's wrong?
I can't stop.
Is it far?
I knew you were going to notice. I knew you would notice this. That's why I'm laughing, Eric. It's not. Stop.
Everybody's like, why is it so funny? It's not.
It isn't, because now I'm going to tell you, and everybody's going to be like, that's not, why is that funny? He goes,
is it far?
It's not far, but you will need a coat. I don't know why that was funny. I'm glad you found it funny, too.
It's just like, wow, okay. It's very cold this time of year. I don't want you to get cold when we create life. You're so kind.
I always judge my distances, too, on whether I'll need a coat.
Right? how long is it? Well, you will need a coat. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
So they go to
gosh.
Pretorius's place.
Yes,
there's-
it's not
there's
really a
lots of
lab, but it's
Science. There's a lot of
yeah,
science.
very low ceiling in Pretorius's place.
Yeah.
He doesn't have.
Yeah, and it's very sciencey in there.
And so he brings Victor into his home, and he wants to show Victor what he's been working on as far as creating life. And this is good because he goes in the back room and he brings out what looks like a child's coffin. He's bringing it out.
Yeah, he's saying, I got something to show you.
And so I thought, if you're seeing this movie the first time, you're thinking, oh my God, did he resurrect a kid? Are we going to see like a Frankenstein child in this coffin?
And I do like the line that was used for a future movie. He says, toast to a new world of gods and monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I love that line. And then we get, of gods and monsters with Sir Ian McKellen. Isn't that right? Who kind of looks like this guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looked like a trunk that actually had a world of wizardry. Mm-hmm. So what if you haven't seen Bride of Frankenstein, you're going to be like, what? Which is exactly what I did. I'm like, what?
Yes.
So what's in the trunk, Art?
Well, he opens up this case and he starts taking out they look like cylindrical objects wrapped in velvet. They have like little velvet sleeves on them.
Yeah.
And he's putting them on the table. Mm-hmm. And Victor himself looks as confused as we are. He's like,
is this a magic trick?
He's in a chair, probably wincing from his leg. But
they should give him some gin, Art. It's his only weakness. It'll stop him from hurting.
He's like, here am I. Here's what I've been working on. And you're like, what is in there? Is it going to be eyeballs, weird creatures? Like, what's, a face hugger? Like, what's going to be?
Yeah, some deformed,
yes.
This one died as soon as it was made,
Yeah.
But no.
Okay, he takes the first one off. And what's in there, Erik? What's in this glass cylinder?
My first experiment was so lovely, I made her a queen. And that's exactly what's under this cloth is a full miniature. Like Darby O'Gillis and the Little People or whatever that is. It's like a little person in a jar dressed as a queen in a throne. And it's amazing because this is
1935.
It's flawless. It's a tiny woman in a jar that's completely alive. And I just went, what is happening? And it's actually quite comical because she's acting like a queen in the jar. Mm-hmm. She's like,
okay. You buried the lead. You went over that so quick. The voices that come out of these things are not human voices. They're like little chipmunky.
Yeah, Alvin and
voices.
The Chipmunks. If you couldn't understand them, it's like Gizmo. No, not even. It's sped up like. It's really comical, and then he pulls out another one.
Yes, and it's a full like King Henry or King Richard, big fat king sitting on a throne.
Yes, and Art, you know what? He's madly in love with the queen, so he had to segregate them.
Yes.
What, did you have them in a jar together at first, and they were like humping? And he's like, stop it.
And then he pulls out another one, and it's a depressed-looking bishop. The bishop is like the thinker, the statue of the thinker. Yeah. He's like leaned forward, and he's got his big papal hat type things, and he's got all the vestments on. And so the idea is he's depressed because of the king and the queen. Is that? I think this is all commentary.
He can't talk to them about, whatever it is, not the infidelity. He doesn't like it, but as soon as he sees them, he starts standing up and going, like he's.
Now this is all like weird religious. I guess we're supposed to have themes of religious and copulation and all of that stuff. But I'm like, these are jokes that like Lord Byron and Shelley might find funny. They would be like, oh, the bishop.
Well, she's Mary Shelley's telling the story. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. The king couldn't keep his scepter in his pants, so they had to separate them.
Yeah.
Oh, Mary. Oh.
And so So Pretorius is explaining this, and while he's explaining it, we get some more comedy because the king is so hot for the queen that he climbs up out of his little jar and he heads over towards the queen. He's making a beeline for the queen's container across the table.
Trying to break her out with, I don't know what it looks like, a piece of cheese. I don't know what he's got in his hand.
And Erik pointed out, I do want to say, the special effects aren't bad here. The perspectives that they're doing and things and the
pretty good.
Screens, they're pretty good. Like, this looks good because we're seeing Pretorius, and in the foreground, we're seeing these jars, and it's pretty seamless, I will say.
Yeah, he even takes a pair of tweezers and picks up the king like a cat picks up a kitten with the tweezers, and he puts them back in the jar and puts a teacup over it. But it's pretty good. But at the same time, you're like, what movie am I watching?
Yes.
The Bride of Frankenstein? What is happening here?
He then has more.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. He has more cylinders.
Yeah, he's got like a little Dracula.
Yes.
Kind of a guy.
He noticed, you might see a resemblance. And apparently that is
right
his stunt double. That is his stunt double, that actor's stunt double.
He's like, yeah, and there's more.
There's a ballerina. But it's a bummer because she only dances to one song.
Yeah, that's she's a bore.
She's a bore.
Yeah. And she has no set because she's got to dance, I guess.
It's just her in there. But then it's a mermaid.
A mermaid.
A pretty cool mermaid, I have to say.
I don't he made a mermaid. And what I love is this one that you don't see because it was cut for whatever time. Cut for time. A 74-minute movie. It's a baby.
Oh.
I don't know if you see you'll see it if you pause it. It's a baby in a high chair waving like this.
Yeah.
And I think it was Billy Barty.
Yes. Yeah. I knew that he was
crazy
cut from the movie.
But I caught it. I'm like, wait, what's that? I'm like, what is that one? Because I need to know all the jars are.
Yeah.
You show me all the jars, God damn it.
Mermaid was actually an Olympic swimmer.
Yeah, but a mermaid?
A mermaid.
I know I have to.
Okay.
I just have to. I'm sorry, everybody. I have to. So he made these.
Yes.
He keeps them in a jar. So it's like basically you're living in a, you're living in a 3x3 circular room. They have fully clothed and they have covers over the top of the jar. So how are they alive? Because he took them out of this frickin' sealed case. How are they alive? And do they poop in there? And who made the costumes? Does he have someone making little costumes for him? Does he go to the doll shop? I need something in the queen.
And he keeps them in that box.
In the box. Or did he put them in the box to bring them out? I'm just confused as to how these things are existing. And does he fill the mermaid thing with water, salt water? Because you got to change that shit. You can't just leave it in the jar. She gonna die.
It's cloudy. Yeah. After a couple of days.
Oh dear, the mermaid seems to be upside down again.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't get it because I like that Frankenstein calls it out because he says, Prometheus says, what's his name again, Art? Protege?
Pretorius.
You achieved size. I need to work that out with you. I'm like, are you kidding? Because Frankenstein goes, this isn't science, it's black magic. And I'm like, yes. No shit.
Yes.
How did you do this, dude?
It's very specifically, he calls that out. And I was happy too, because I think it's getting into the themes they're working with here, Erik, of this is the devil's work as opposed to science and things like that. Like like you said, there's a lot of talk about God and the devil in here, and they throw that out. Now, this is where Pretorius brings up the crux of the matter here. He said,
go ahead. What does he say?
He said, you made yours from the parts of people that have died.
How'd you do it? How did you do it, Art?
You have a lot of questions.
How did you do it?
I grew them from seed.
Sorry, what?
I grew them from seed.
I'm sorry, what, Art?
I grew them from seed.
Seed?
Yeah.
Like,
so what's the seed of a human, Erik? What would you say the seed to grow a human is?
I don't know, but it's in a jar in the dark. Am I right, Art? Am I right?
Oh.
Am I right, everybody?
Heyo.
Oh, whoop. Oh, okay. No boobs at the beginning. Too much bosom, but let's talk about semen all day.
And I'm
I
like,
spend a lot of time
what did he do?
upstairs. The servants were wondering where I've been, but they know I'm busy. I asked for magazines. Many of my socks are just stiff as a rock right now. I'm sorry, but it's completely...
What was it? What's the deal with the mermaid? How did that one happen?
Oh...
Like, how did the mermaid, what's he doing? You can see that Frankenstein, Victor is horrified at this whole idea. This is inhuman, but he continues. He's like, what we need to do is, whether gods, fairy tales, like things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Pretorius is talking about, which I guess the censors also, Erik, had to cut some stuff out here because he was referencing the Bible as fantasy.
Crazy. He can talk about jizz, but he can't talk about
the Bible as a fantasy story. So
he makes it go home. He nails it home because he goes, "Be fruitful and multiply."
Yes.
In case you didn't know, I was talking about sex.
Be fruitful and multiply. He's like, we create a man and a woman and create a race.
Yes.
Of people, that man-made creations.
Right.
And this is horrifying stuff. I mean, it's really weird stuff to think of. But when you think about it now, it's like we have clones, we have all sorts of fertilization things that are going on, right? Test tube babies. It's very interesting.
Art,
yeah.
But I agree, but this guy, if you just take his lines and put them sentence by sentence, you're like, this guy's a creep. Because he's like,
insane. Yeah.
But no, not insane. He's like, he's got some issues because he's like, together we'll create his mate. You mean, yes, a woman. And then he goes, that should be really interesting. She could help me harvest my seed. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's not right. It's not natural. So as much as we're looking at this old movie, Erik, and we're laughing at some of the things that are in here, this is pretty, creeperific stuff that he's talking about.
In its time, I imagine the audience was like, oh, and they needed to laugh because we're already creeped out by this insane scene that we just saw.
Yes.
Remember there was a monster in this?
Well, he's coming. We're going to see him now. We're cutting to, he's a nature influencer now. He's going through, he's like you'd see on Instagram. He's walking through the woods.
Right.
And he's just
hi, besties. Here I am. I'm a little burned. Look at my hair. But you know what? I got something unidentifiable in my hand. I'm going to go by the water.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a drink, everyone. Oh my God, is that me? Oh.
Yeah, he's looking in the river, the pond.
Doesn't like
but
it.
Erik, what's interesting here is all these are sets. The exteriors are sets as well.
Good.
Yeah.
I just love, like Tim Burton, I just love me a fake outside. Mm-hmm. Something about it is like fairy tale or imagination. I love it. That's probably why I built a freaking forest, Art.
And they have an army of little lambs running around this set too. Yes. Yep. But he looks up, Erik. He looks up on the cliff. The cliff, I want to say, about 18 feet up?
Yeah, but still, it's a cliff.
About the height of a basketball hoop.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah. There's a little shepherdess up there.
Yes. And she gets scared. Ah! And she falls into the river. So there's a little waterfall there, and she falls.
River is pushing it.
Well, it's a waterfall.
There is a waterfall.
Yeah, but what a set. And then he rescues her. Mm-hmm. Frankenstein's monster. Remember he just offed 2 parents of a kid he killed?
Yes.
Accidentally, Your Honor? Yes, noted. Sustained. He rescues her, but she screams. And
well, I think she's about to become number 3, right?
I thought so.
Yes.
But he's not doing that. He's like, no, he doesn't say anything, but I want to do this with everybody. My new thing is when I don't like what people are saying, I just go, and wave my hand. You want some more ice cream, Erik? Do you want to see episode 2 of that Netflix series?
He does a lot of waving his hands early on.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when she was near the edge of the cliff, he was like, trying to tell her to not, yeah, she's going to stop. But his hand starts to go over her mouth, and you're like, oh boy, he's trying to quiet her down, and he's probably going to
No, I don't know.
They're going to kill it. That's what I thought in the moment. I thought that was going to happen. But we get to, I mean, I have to say, I like hunting attire from the olden days. I like the way they used to dress.
You get dressed up.
You get dressed up. These two hunters are out there with the hat. I love the hats.
Yep.
With the feather in them.
Because you got to pretend you're a bird, I guess. I don't know. Camouflage. Old camouflage.
And it's like shorts a little bit. Like they wear shorts. Like
with the high socks.
But like with a vest and a jacket. Yeah.
Yes. Holding your gun like a baby.
So two of these guys show up and she screams and they hit him. They one of them shoots him. He gets a shot, right?
In the arm, yeah, he gets hit in the arm and he runs off.
Mm-hmm.
So they go tell the Burgermeister, remember mustache guy? And so they're gathering a crowd together. Everybody's showing up because apparently nobody has jobs. They can all just show up. And the Burgermeister's like, again, with the frickin' men and women, raise all the men that you can and lock the women indoors. I'm like, wait, what? What did you just say?
Yeah. So then we get a little chase here. All of a sudden, everybody in town is chasing the creature up this little it's like a little hill that has like a spiral path around it that it goes up to the top. It almost looks like what you'd see in a Disney cartoon from the era.
Oh.
Like it reminds me of them chasing the dwarves, chasing the Wicked Witch up the hill. That's totally what I was reminded of.
True. And they catch up to him pretty quick. How far away is the town? Like 2 minutes? Apparently,
yeah. And they chase him up and they just take him down. I have to say, the crowd just really grabs him and they subsume him into the mob.
Yeah, but not before he takes a big old boulder and crushes two guys.
Yes, he does.
He crushes the shit out of them. I mean, really well done. They got smushed. So that's 4 people dead, monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's but they get him and they truss him up on a big log, a longest log ever, by the way.
Pretty big.
A longest log. And the Burgermeister's there once again. He's so weird, this character, because he's always like, I mean, this is a monster, an inhuman monster. And every time something happens with the Burgermeister is like, now that they got him, it's like, all right, everybody, go home. Like, all right.
No one listens to me.
No, don't. Everybody just forget about it. It's all done. We're all done.
Yeah, it's good. Like we got them. What's the problem? Two guys their brains are on the forest floor, but no, we're good. We're good. And Minnie's there.
Of course.
Does she not have a job at the frickin' castle? Do they just let her leave every 5 minutes? Go out, Minnie, like a dog. Go ahead, go out.
Yeah. Minnie's everywhere. Yeah. And can you imagine Minnie had her own TikTok channel or?
Oh my God. Well, here I am once again.
Yeah, behind me, they got the monster.
Look at that. I'm glad they got him. He's a jerk. He is.
But they put him up. Did you notice, Eric, the Christ imagery? They hoist him up. They hoist him up. They're going to put him on a cart. And we get a great shot of him tied up. And everybody's throwing rocks and stuff at him. And it's just
when you think about it, they're all just hurling shit around. People are getting hit in the head with those rocks.
They are surrounding him. So yes, they're all throwing rocks from all different directions.
Oh, I was just confused. I'm like, are they aiming for him at all? Or are they just like throwing him like hats? Hooray!
Yeah. Oh, fuck. And they get him on the cart and they bring him into town and they bring him down into a dungeon.
Yes. Down is easier because that's a lot of steps. And it is a dungeon. Absolutely.
It is a dungeon with the weirdest architecture I've ever seen.
It's like what do you call it? Not a death hole, but sometimes they'll have, when they put you in a dungeon, there's a huge slope that leads to one small window.
Yeah.
And I thought that's for people to like ogle at you or, I don't know, drop shit down there.
Oh, God.
Here you go, monster. Here's your lunch.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, they put him in there, and they have it's got an intricate way to attach him. I didn't quite understand how they chain him up, Eric. It's got blocks around, like huge wooden blocks around his neck and chin area, but then chains. But they're hammering the chains into the concrete, but they seem to already be set in the concrete. I didn't get what was going on here.
It's I don't know if they have this set up for everyone or they impromptu made it for the monster, but it is a He's sitting in basically a throne.
Mm-hmm.
Like
and I heard in the trivia, Eric, you might know this because I know you know some of these movies, that this set was reused for The Raven, the movie The Raven later.
Raven.
Yes.
That's another great movie for. Yeah, well, I don't know, but he does a lot of moaning and growling right now. He's like, well,
every hammer blow that they hit the chain, he goes, but I don't understand what's going on.
He's neck tied. He's and then we've got up in the window.
Minnie's up in the window.
He's up there, busybody, recording with her.
Yeah, chain him up good. Going everybody like, see, that's the chain. They use them that way to tighten them down.
Anyone. I know.
But the Burgermeister is like, all right, everybody, get out of here. Done. Nobody worry about anything. We have an inhuman monster created from the flesh of other people that's gone around and killed so many people in the last 24 hours.
It's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
But you know what, Art? I'd hate to find him under my bed. Hold on, let me get my iPhone. He's a nightmare in the daytime, he is. Get it, everyone? Like and subscribe.
But I do like when the Burgermeister, after he locks him in, so they lock the door, 2 guys are going with him, 2 guards, and they make a little snarky comment about the Burgermeister. And he's like, what? What was that?
No, nothing.
I was like, this is a Mel Brooks. This is totally a Mel Brooks moment or a Monty Python moment. Same.
You get 2 men crushed by rock and a living corpse, and but there's stand-up comedy. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I have to say, in this movie, I'm a little confused at Frankenstein's actual strength, because it seemed like when the crowd subdued him, he was pretty easily subdued and tied up. Well, but he does not take long to get out of these chains, Eric, after they leave.
I know monsters, okay? I
know you do. I know.
So it's standard procedure is you get hit. He got shot, Art, okay? He's been running all day. Got it? Okay, give the guy a break. And then he's overwhelmed and he's got anxiety. So he's like, what do I do? And they get him easy. And now he's in the chair and he's had some time now to think about this. Then his adrenaline kicks in. He's like, fuck this. And then he breaks out, just like any movie with a Godzilla, troll, anything that's chained. I bring you King Kong. King Kong all of a sudden is like, fuck this. So it's the same thing.
And he just
breaks out. He's done.
That door is nothing. The door, he just rips it right off the hinges and throws it down, and he's breaking out.
Yeah, he attacks the guards. I don't know if we can count this as a dead guard, because he throws him around, but
yeah, there's a couple of those in this movie where I'm not quite sure what's going to happen.
Yeah,
but
breaks out the other door like it's just made out of cardboard.
Yeah, and then there's
escapes into the street.
Capes into the street, heads out, and then there's a little interesting interlude here, Eric, where they approach a group of girls that look like they're coming from a convent or something, and they're like, Frida, where is Frida? And they all look off the side of the path, and they go, so is Frida, did he kill a girl named Frida on the way out, right?
It's a problem I have, because we see little feet, and the person, fun fact, the girl who says, I don't know. There she is. Look, it's the girl that got drowned in the first movie.
Yes, they gave her a little cameo in this one.
She got
gave her a line.
Yeah,
gave her a line so she get more money.
Residuals.
I love it. I love it.
Why would Frankenstein's monster go out of its way to off one little kid?
Yeah, I didn't know, but they didn't see it. I'm wondering, is that something, Eric, that the censors cut? Was there
probably
a shot of, or they? Yeah. Because. I was going to ask you, because I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's only a 75-minute film. I love it that they cut it down from, but here's what I'll point. There's mayhem going on right now. It's like mob mayhem, but Frankenstein's monster, everybody's image of this guy is with the arms out and slow. This monster can run. He
runs.
He's a runner. He's not.
Yeah.
He's only slow when he's tired. So he's running. Frankenstein's monster is not slow, everybody.
And I know you know this stuff, Eric, so you might be able to fill in. When we're seeing him move around, Boris Karloff's, the outfit, I guess they had something to keep him rigid, or did he have like a corset or something that was really tight, or brace or something
Well, I
to make
can't.
him upright. And
I can't vouch for the corset.
but it really did some long-term damage doing Frankenstein in these two movies for him, I guess, physically, right? He had some injuries, things like that.
Like Brandon Fraser, yeah.
Yeah. It's like they had some really serious
Those days didn't care
injuries.
too much about that. They're like, yeah. You'll be okay.
Here we're gonna get he escapes into the woods, and we're gonna get something that we know, right? From
but he kills. There's scenes being cut for sure, because who the hell are the Newmans, and why did he kill them in their house?
Yeah, somebody comes in and says he killed the Newmans. Yeah.
What the? Yeah, but he's in the woods and there's gypsies. Another scene that's cut. And the world's most awful mother-in-law eating chicken with her family. Gypsies, I guess, is not
anymore. That's not politically correct, but they were
gypping you. I guess you're.
Yeah, I think it's not. Yeah,
but they're woodland folk,
and they have a fire going with the world's smallest chicken on the spit.
Yeah,
and we have, we get them at the supermarket, little rotisserie chicken. They're bigger than this.
Yeah, that's when you want to just eat something while you're crying over the sink. You can eat this little chicken. No plates required. That's what we do with our chickens today, that size.
Oh my God.
But the whole family.
Yeah, there's a whole family going to divide up this chicken, but not for long, because Frankenstein comes in and he has worked up an appetite.
Oh, he's hungry. Yeah. He just wants food, though. He's not like stealing it. He's like, can I have some food? But he just goes, oh. They're not having it.
No, and he grabs the chicken, but he doesn't realize there's a fire there. And he didn't like that fire.
Fire
no good. But so that doesn't work out too well for him.
Nope. So he runs off into, I guess, deep in the woods.
Yeah.
Real deep in the woods, right, Art? Because there's a cabin and he hears music, violin music.
Mm-hmm.
And Frankenstein's monster, he's usually like that. But when he's touched, his voice completely changes. He's like, oh. And what does that sound like to you, Art? Wait. Oh. He sounds like a beaver. He's got little happy beaver noises when he's happy.
If anybody wants to know what Eric's talking about, we do an extensive coverage of beavers on our episode of Zombeavers, which is a great episode.
Good. Watch.
So yes, he hears a violin playing, and he goes over. It's a little hut, and he looks in the window, and it's a man playing a violin, and he's just entranced by this. He's looking through the window, and the man comes out, and we can see that the man's blind, but Frankenstein doesn't know what blind is.
No, he doesn't.
And the man calls out, "Who's there? Who's there?"
He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. And then he goes back inside, and Frankenstein just comes. I love his entrance, Eric. He bangs the door up and goes,
because he's used to it, Art. He's used to it.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
That's how he makes his entrance.
Nature versus nurture, okay? This guy's reacting. He's like, this guy's going to hate me.
Yeah.
But it's not. The blind man welcomes him in, and he touches the monster without his permission.
Which is a little...
Do I have permission to touch you?
Frankenstein doesn't know what he thinks about that. When the guy's like...
He's probably never been touched like that.
Yeah. But he brings him in, and it's very touching. It is very moving, and... The man is like, I've been living here by myself in the woods for a long... Say
that again.
By himself.
No
he has nobody.
Visitors. No one ever comes
Well, in the original novel and a lot of other tellings that you'll see on screen, he's part of a family. There's a family, and he's part of that family. But not here. He's completely alone.
He hasn't seen a soul in a wicked long time, because apparently he's deep in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
He brings him in, he sits him down. The monster, he can't talk right now. And he's like, I cannot see. You cannot speak. Oh, we are the same. And he's like, oh, here, have some soup that he gets with his hands from a boiling witch cauldron. The hermit, like, careful, dude. And gives him bread. And the monster's like,
yeah. And he lays him down to go to sleep.
And
the monster's
friends.
laying there, and the music is swelling.
Oh my God!
And he's like, God must have sent you here. You complete me.
Yes, But, also Art, what it reminded me of, because he was like, you will stay with me and be my friend. And all I could think of was, it puts the lotion in the basket.
But Frankenstein's crying, Erik.
Oh, my God. He's
Tears.
crying.
Tears.
Oh, it's like, because he's finally, somebody gave him food and drink and wants to be his friend, even though it's really codependent right now.
And then... And then, yeah, you're right. I didn't notice Erik. He kind of pushes him onto that bed.
He's like, forever will be.
He's like tying straps on him.
Yes.
You'll be here.
We're
two friends.
This is a tether. A tether, not a chain. To keep you from wandering outside, you could get lost.
For your own protection.
Yes.
Yes. But they fade out, Erik. Did you notice the fade out? They fade out on the scene, and the crucifix above the bed is still lit, and then the crucifix fades out.
God,
right above it.
But at least he gets to sleep, right? The monster gets to sleep.
Yeah, he gets to sleep peacefully, and then lessons are gonna happen.
I have to do it.
We cut a few. Yeah. Okay.
Art, listen, Art. Pay attention to the board. I can't read it because I'm blind. Okay. I want you to say with me, Art. Bread.
Bread.
Very good, very good. Here's your cookie. Say drink. You'll like this one.
Oh. Drink.
Yes. More. Have more.
Good.
Yes, alcohol.
Drink good.
Yes. Say friends. We're friends. Say friend.
Friend good. Friend good.
No. No. I said friend. Not friends. Here, I'll give you another addiction. Here, try this. Smoke. It's a cigar. Do you like it? Put it in your mouth.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God, Erik.
The monster's he's like, oh, shit. I really expect to be like, fuck, this is good, man.
Yes, he's like,
oh.
he smokes, and he's loving it.
Do not take this guy to a nightclub. He's being dragged home. He's going home in a shopping cart. You know what I mean?
He loves it. It's all good. And yeah, because you're right, Erik, because then he gets up and the guy's like, oh, yeah, we could. And he's like, fire bad.
You say fire bad. I say fire bad. He never says fire
No,
bad.
he never says that.
Fire no good.
No good. Fire no good.
Yeah.
But he grabs the violin. Good. This good. You're gonna. Yeah.
Because he's wasted, yo.
Yeah.
He's high on nicotine and liquor.
And so the old man plays the violin and a little upbeat tune now. And the monster, he's got his smoke and he's like da 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 sitting in the chair. He's kind of bopping.
Yeah,
he's bopping.
Through that makeup, Karloff, if I can call you Boris, you rock that because he's emoting. And he's got very little to emote, but he's like, So he's scary and also not.
Well, I guess that's the thing, Erik. It's like you get touched by him, but you know that in any moment he could turn and be really dangerous. And I guess that's the juxtaposition of Frankenstein. Because I always think about what is scary about Frankenstein. And then it's like, I guess that he could kill you in a second.
Yeah, I think it's that. We don't like what we don't understand. In fact, it scares us, so we'll just kill it, drown it in the lake. I mean,
and just as a complete side note, Erik, this scene is very hard to watch if you've seen Young Frankenstein. It's hard to watch and take seriously, but they do it. Like you said, it is touching in moments, and I think because the actor playing the hermit is pretty grounded and pretty good. But it is very hard to get the image of Gene Hackman out of your head because he looks a little like this guy too, the way that they do him in Young Frankenstein.
Yes, you expect he's going to light the monster's thumb on fire.
Yes, and dump the soup in his lap.
Yes,
and I can just tell a young Mel Brooks watching this movie.
Oh my God! And
his mind going, making all those types of jokes, thinking about it for years, and then realizing it because it's hard. It's hard to watch it after having seen it.
It's kind of, yes. But what we're learning is that alone is bad. Mm-hmm. It's bad to be alone. So friend good, wood good, hard wood good. Oh, seed good. No, Frankenstein's monster. Put that down. And then fire's no good. Music is good.
Mm-hmm. But we hear the violin is attracting other attention too. We got some hunters in some dashing gear coming again.
Here they come. Are those the same two guys?
No, it's not the same two guys. Not the same two.
Okay. So deep in the woods where the hermit's alone for all of his life, all of a sudden he's got 3 people in 2 days.
Well, he's got a path right there. There's a well-worn path right in front of his house.
Correct.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So they realize it's the monster and they come in. And did you notice Frankenstein's monster's like, don't do it. Did you notice that? The monster's like, don't fuck this up. Walk away. I felt like he was going to be in Casino or something, be like, hey, listen, walk away. Okay, guys, I'm having a cigar. I got a drink here. Don't fucking do this. Walk away. Or I'm going to be Frankenstein's monster in a second.
And the blind man is like saying to these two guys, oh no, this is my friend. And one of them is like, what, your friend? I love this guy. He goes, that's the monster that's killed people over the whole countryside. Yes.
He's got another man's penis. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they come up and they're going to shoot Frankenstein. And he doesn't kill these guys. He whips them around the cabin a bit. They get thrown around.
Place catches on fire. That's why they all gotta. I felt so bad for the freaking hermit because place is on fire.
On the way out, he's going, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this to my friend? Why are you?"
Yes,
right?
It's like we were just gonna make espresso, right?
Yeah, he gets taken out by the two guys, but it's on fire in there. And the creature gets out, and I don't know if you noticed this little detail, Eric. When he was running by the place, they did a fireball out the window, and it nearly took out Mr. Karloff.
Oh, did it?
I would say. That fireball came very close. You can see him put his arm up as he's going by
acting.
I don't know if that was his stunt double or that was him. That was real. And I was like, whoa, that came really close to him. I don't think that was planned.
Yeah. It looked great. But they take off, the 3 people take off, and the monster runs into a bunch of children coming down the path. So I'm thinking the hermit might also be deaf because people walking by. They're having picnics outside of his house. He has no idea. I'm alone all the time.
Yeah. But I love that the monster's like, it's almost like he's scared of the little girls that he runs into as much as they're scared of him.
Yeah.
Because he's freaked out from the fire and then he sort of goes off the path and runs into the woods. But people have gone back to the town because immediately he's being chased. Now we have the people running through with torches chasing him, but he runs into a cemetery.
Yeah, he's pissed. He's like knocking over.
He takes it out on a tree.
Oh.
I was like, what did that tree do?
Yeah, he's
just
mad,
went over
right? He's like a 4-year-old, okay? Give me a break.
Takes a tree, knocks it down. What do you think of this cemetery?
I liked it. I love the big gothic statues and stuff.
Yeah, because he goes up and it's interesting. There are big gothic, like you said, statue headstones. But this one he goes up to, it's sort of like praying, but he knocks it over. He knocks that over, and then underneath it seems to be a passageway that he's opened up, and he goes down into a crypt.
Not before playing the old man that lives across the street, because he's doing that thing with his hand. He's like, get out of here. Leave me alone, you kids. Just trying to watch the game. But he does go into an awesome crypt.
Yes, down below. Meanwhile, we should say that the crowd passes over above him with all their torches.
He went this way. How do they know where he went?
Yeah, so he goes down in there, and I was trying to understand what this is. It's a crypt down underneath all these other graves, and there are coffins down there. I watched it a couple of times, Eric, the movie, but can you tell me when he sort of ends up down in the bottom? So he goes down there, and he's in the crypt when he first goes in there. A woman, is that a woman or a carved woman lying there with a veil over her face?
I think it's an actual woman, but now I have to rewatch it because it could be.
But I just couldn't tell. But he looks at it like, there's a woman friend.
But because we're in Europe, we have different set of circumstances for crypts. So the crypts
Okay.
in Europe are huge.
Okay.
I mean, it's like you could have Airbnbs down there if you wanted.
Yeah.
So, it's just they have lots of, I don't know what they were thinking, but they make a lot of room for dead people.
Yeah.
That's why it's so big.
Well, been around for a long time, longer than us. You know, when you think about Europe.
But ours are like, we don't even nah, cremation. Let's go. Which I think is probably better. But you know who shows up now? From where?
Well, this is a big coincidence. I had that in my notes. I go, wow, big coincidence.
Yeah, Pretorius shows up.
That was his name?
Pretorius. His name
Pretorius shows up with a couple of henchmen, a couple of guys, and you might recognize one of them from the original Frankenstein.
Really?
But it's not. No. It's not Fritz from the original Frankenstein.
Entirely
the character. It's the same actor.
Yep.
But it is not the character, which I was very confused about when he first showed up. When he first showed up, I was like, "Who's that?" Like I'm like, "Oh my God, he's back."
Well, Art, if you're going to call him out, I mean, the Burgermeister's completely different person.
No, I know that.
It is a completely different person. Like, ooh, is this like a multiverse?
Yeah.
But he shows up with the grave robbers, and they start reading. What I love is they start reading the grave there that Frankenstein's monster was at, and they're like, "Beloved daughter of," and Pretorius is like, "Never mind that. Here's another one for you. Art. Creepy old guy, right? How old was she? Yes. Never mind that. How old, Art? 19 years. Ooh, he's just a creepy dude.
Yeah, he is. So they crack open that crypt. And it's just what we see in there when they open it is dusty old bones, is what I could see.
Well,
but they're reacting to it as if it's something else, right? Am I right?
I guess, but you know what? Just creepy line, old guy. I hope her bones are firm. I mean, these are just, he says it like, I brought with me a little negligee we can try on it.
Yeah. Because they're going to try to get a heart or a brain. What are they looking for here, Erik?
They're looking for body parts because he has a heart and a brain because he makes shit.
Oh, that he already has those.
If he only had an enlargement.
Here, the bones? Is that what it is?
He wants the bones. Yeah, he needs the structure.
He wants the bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the grave robbers, he's like, you better do what I tell you or you'll go to the gallows.
Yeah, he's into blackmailing people.
Oh, he loves blackmailing.
He loves it. Right. He's like, that's his thing.
And so they leave. And he, talk about Airbnb, he decides, you know what, I think I'll stay for a bit. And he gets undressed in his doctor's science-y uniform, and he's got food and drink.
And he arranges the bones on the top of the crypt with the head, and he's drinking and eating.
Yeah.
And having a good old time sitting here with the bones of this 19-year-old woman. And the monster has been watching all of this from the shadows.
Yes.
And he starts to approach, and I love it. Pretorius just sort of looks over his shoulder, not even phased in the least. Oh, hello. Hello there.
Oh, hello. I was just about to get undressed. How old are you? How are your bones? I mean, just...
Yeah, it's very odd.
He helps the monster sit down, and that's what happens with addiction, Art. He's already addicted to nicotine. It's like, oh, smoke.
Have a cigar.
Good.
Yes.
You know, it's his only weakness, Art. It's my only weakness, apart from wanting necrophilia with a 19-year-old skeleton.
That's so good. So, Erik, the monster is pretty good at putting things together because he looks at it, everything that's here, and he goes, you make man like me?
No.
I'm like, wow, he's
yes, no, woman.
Right.
Yeah, he can talk now. He's like, friend.
He says, do you know Frankenstein?
I know.
And I like this exchange. He made me from dead. I like dead, hate living.
Well, you know what, Art? You are wise in your generation.
Yeah, that whole exchange is very interesting to me. So the monster is like, I'd prefer to be dead because this living's not living.
Sucks.
This sucks.
Trying to get a smoke, y'all. Trying to get laid.
Yeah, and he's tearing it. Was he eating crab? What was he eating? The monster's crunching into the crab.
He loves it. Whatever it is. Whatever Pretorius brought. He's
caviar.
eggs, fish, good.
Yes.
Actually, that's seed. It's seed, Frankenstein's monster.
So I just needed Pretorius at the end of this before he blacked out, Erik, to say something like, I think this is going to be the start of a beautiful friendship.
Yes. Let me show you my jaws. But he wants Frankenstein's monster.
That's just, instead of come back to my place and look at my etchings.
You can help me fill a few of them. Oh,
come on.
With creations, with this.
Oh.
But Frankenstein's monster is like woman, friend, wife. There's a lot about a woman's role in society as wife, mate.
So we're going to cut to Frankenstein's house. Victor's there, and Pretorius is going to show up because Minnie comes up and is like, "Ow, that Pretorius is here again." And Frankenstein is like, "Send him away." And she's like, "I'd be happy to send him away. Can't wait." But he's already there. He just comes right in behind her. He comes in.
But you know who's in charge now? Is frickin' Elizabeth. His wife. She's ready to leave with the most fantastic furs you could imagine. And she is in charge now. She's not like the look. She's like, your visit is most unwelcome. Get out. And I'm like, whoa, good for you, Elizabeth. And she's leaving, and frickin' Frankenstein, Baron Frankenstein's a big old baby now. He's a whiny little brat. He's like, oh no.
Well, he's stuck in that chair.
He can't get off the chair, Yep. And then Pretorius
he does a little bit because Pretorius is like, I thought you might be like this, so I guess I need a little more persuasion. Yes. You said we might need another assistant.
You know what, Art? Because Frankenstein's monster appears, and Frankenstein's like, oh, no, not him. Oh. Well, you know, he's quite harmless, except when crossed.
Yes.
We share the smoke together.
So the monster comes in and is like, you do it.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, he talks now.
I love talks. Yes. You know, he talks because Pretorius says there have been some developments. I think Pretorius has been getting him even more verbal.
Yeah, so if you think the monster doesn't, Frankenstein's monster, you just expect, stereotypically, he's like, This guy's putting together sentences now.
Yeah, definitely.
So he's good. He's like, must do it. But he's the muscle.
Yes, he's the muscle. But in this moment, Victor's getting out of the chair, but you can see his legs are like, get out of the chair hurts him. You can tell. He gets up to go like, oh my gosh. And he's like, he's shaking. His legs are shaking. And he drops right back into the chair. He's like, oh. And I'm like, oh, this poor actor.
See, but if you didn't know that, you'd think he's just
terrified.
You just think he was a weak old person, Oh, but and then the monster, he makes the monster go away. But Pretorius goes, as he's walking out the door, Pretorius goes, now. You're like, what does that mean? And the monster walks off to frickin' hijack Elizabeth.
Yeah, he goes to her window, goes in. Mm-hmm.
And she's got more fur. Different fur. She's wearing different fur. And he comes in, he's like, ah! And he grabs her and takes her away.
And Minnie goes bananas.
Yeah, because she's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then, Pretorius comes in because Minnie's like, yeah, he took Elizabeth. Oh my God. And all the servants are out in the hallway, and Pretorius comes in and is sort of like, it would be best if you all kept this quiet.
He gets their attention by smashing he's like, listen to me.
Smashes like a flower pot or something.
Oh my God.
Stairs.
He's a diva. This is my show. I'm running it. Everyone else be damned. We'll see Elizabeth again when all of our tasks are finished.
Yes. So now Victor has to do this because Elizabeth's gone. The monster has him. And we see where the monster takes her up this hill and into a cave. And my great detail here, when he brings her to the cave, you noticed.
100%.
A bat is flying in. And clearly it got out away from the person who was, and it sort of bumps into Frankenstein on his shoulder and then sort of quickly flies back in the other direction. But it was great.
It's amazing. And it's Dracula wanting a piece of the action. That's what it is.
Oh, that's great. I love
Dracula's like, hey, what are you guys doing? Out, my movie. Yeah.
It did totally remind me of the great movie Ed Wood with Johnny Depp. It's a Tim Burton movie where they're filming a movie like this and Igor bumps into the door frame And he's like, cut, great, let's move on. And the cameraman is like, you want to maybe get another take of that? He bumped into the door. So the same thing with this. I was like, didn't they go like, maybe do another take of this?
I thought the bat was beautiful.
They just printed it.
The one bat, you know, bats fly low and like to hang out and watch things.
Right, because there's a lot of detail in this movie, so it was just a weird thing to me. But he throws her down. She's all tied up in the cave there. And so he has her. And now we're going to go, and Pretorius and Frankenstein are going to start their experiments to make this.
Back at the tower? This is Frankenstein's castle, right? Is it his tower?
That's what it looks. It looks a little like that. I was going to ask you if it was the same.
I think it's not.
It's not quite the same.
It's not his I don't think it's his castle.
I couldn't get the same castle on Redfin, Victor, but I found one in the same neighborhood. Same school, same school system.
Short walk.
Same school district, but
how short is the walk? Well, you will need a coat. You pass by the blind hermit's place. Everybody hangs out there. So it's an awesome set once again. And then we got the two grave diggers back, and they're going up that amazing staircase. Oh my God. I want it. And they're trying to get the heart to beat, and they're using like a heart beatometer. That doesn't sound right. A beatometer. Yes, I use that myself when I'm filling my jar.
Victor, how are you coming along with the heart? I was just handling the seed for my end of things. So
they're not working. I'm pointing out that Pretorius made. Remember, how he made tiny people. Tiny people. They can't get their shit together for one person, but he made the brain and the heart.
So he made the heart
and the brain.
But they're looking at the heart. The problem is Victor's saying the heart's beating, but it's only beating because we're putting electrical charge into it.
Yeah.
It's not beating on its own.
Well, Art, who are you gonna hire if you want to? Who are you gonna send if you need a new fresh heart? Who are you gonna ask to go to do something like that?
Well,
I mean, Minnie's available.
No, you're gonna ask your henchman here,
Carl.
Carl is his name.
Okay, and you know where you get? Do you know where you get fresh hearts? I have one nearby. I don't know if you have one in where you are in San Diego, but you know the accident hospital. It's adjacent to the hospital,
right? The accident hospital. That's where. Yeah. So
that's where you get a fresh heart, because you know what? There are always accidental deaths occurring. Always. I mean, I wish we had one of these.
Happening all the time. And Carl, I love it. Carl, come over here. Do you want? And he stands up, and he's between the two electrodes. Did you notice he's framed so his face has great light on it, Carl? And he's like, for number of crowns, I'll get you one.
Yeah, he wants 1,000.
Now I'm making him sound like Dr. Pretorius, but
that's all right. Everybody has that accent.
Yeah, and so.
Pretorius he's like, oh, don't worry about it. Frankenstein's going to pay. And Frankenstein will put the bill.
Get whatever you want. Get whatever you want.
Get yourself a drink while you're out there.
Yes.
So does he go to the accident hospital? No.
No, I was going to ask you, was his intention to even ever go there, or he was just going to hang out? Because he goes into like an alleyway. Great set again. I love the lighting here. It's all these sort of tunnels and staircases that he's going down, and he's muttering to himself and stuff. He's going like,
he's talking himself into basically killing a person. So he kidnaps a woman, Jack Ripper style. He just throws a sack over her head and kills her, apparently.
Yeah. He does this real quick because we're back in the lab, and they're sort of like, ooh, great. This is a great heart here. This is a great heart. That's what Frankenstein is saying.
I would like to have seen Carl trying to get the heart out of this corpse, because it would have been like Monty Python's The Meaning of Life. He's like, oh, all right, gonna take your heart now. I mean, and
then how would he escort it back?
Right.
Like an ice or something? But Victor's like, this is what I'm talking about. He's watching it on the thing. But then our henchman says something that makes Victor suddenly go, wait, where did you get this heart? Where did you get it?
I love that Pretorius is like, nope, ixnay,
yes,
ate. No.
Yeah.
A policeman. I gave $50 to a policeman. He gave me a heart. He's all right.
That's basically what he says, Erik.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
It was a police incident.
Yeah.
It was a police incident.
Yes.
So
don't worry about it.
So he's got the heart, and the heart's working now, this heart.
Yep.
And they have the brain. So, okay, just real quick, Erik.
Yeah.
So I thought that Pretorius's thing was we need to grow. I grow my own things. And so the heart that he grew wasn't working. So they got this other heart.
Right. He's only good at miniatures.
Yeah.
He can only do miniatures.
Frankenstein is like, we can't use this heart. It's crazy.
Right.
So, okay.
So young Frankenstein, Baron Frankenstein's working hard. And he's tired.
Really hard. He looks strung out.
And then the
monster shows up.
He doesn't like that. He's like, wake up, you asshole.
Monster is a dick boss.
Oh, yeah.
He is like the worst boss. He's like, no sleep, work, finish work, then sleep.
I can't.
No, must.
Oh, all right. Leave me alone, you brute.
Yeah. He goes, where's Elizabeth? He goes, Elizabeth waits, and I wait.
Yeah.
We're all waiting on you.
I wait.
You asshole.
We wait. You wait. Smoke. But Pretorius, if you think of Frankenstein's monster as a 4-year-old kid, this works great because not that you give a kid alcohol, but Pretorius is like, I know just the thing. Drinky. Want a drinky? And, the monster's now addicted to several things.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah.
It's like a shot. He's having a shot now.
Oh, yeah.
He's on to shots. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he drinks it, and then he just passes out. It slips him a Mickey.
Fast. Yeah.
Pretorius slaps him. It's interesting you said about the 5-year-old, because I think I read that they basically, didn't they build how the monster talks and learns here on a certain age for a child?
Probably that
psychologically.
That would make sense.
They said that
that's good.
They did
See,
that.
that's a good little research.
Mm-hmm.
But Pretorius, I think it was kind of like a roofie, and that's Pretorius for you. Don't worry, I've used this on several people myself. I've already tested it.
I sometimes use it on myself.
Yes, lasts about 3 hours, give or take. Creepy ass dude. But he's out. So Frankenstein's monster is out.
They're getting to work.
Yeah,
and
but he needs proof that his wife is still alive. So they use a contraption. It's like, use this contraption. No, it's not a telephone. They don't exist.
But wait a minute. It looks like a telephone.
No, but it looks not.
It really does. It has a thing for my ear, and it curves around under my mouth.
It's not a telephone, it's a contraption. Here's what I want to point out, and please tell me you noticed it. And I'm blaming you. So Carl is over there with his wife, and she's tied up to a stake, and she's tied up, standing up, and she's like, I'm here. And Frankenstein's like, oh, darling. And then Carl puts his hand over her mouth to shut her up, because that's enough. She's tied up. She takes her left hand out of the ropes and then realizes her mistake and quickly puts it back in.
I didn't catch that.
I loved it. I'm like, this is a stage play right here. Oops. You could almost see her go, oop, oop. He probably did it as an improv. And she was like, don't you oop, oop.
Yeah.
So I loved that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. But you know what, Art? As soon as the work is completed, Elizabeth will be returned to you. Yes.
And so they're going to get it ready. So I guess the brain's already in position. So now they got to put the heart in the body.
Yeah.
So
of what? Of this woman?
There's a body.
Is this
on the table?
This is a movie about the Bride of Frankenstein, right? Just to be clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Because I ain't seen nothing like that yet.
No.
Just to be clear, it's called The Bride of Frankenstein. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They're making you wait for it.
Oh, you're waiting.
Yes. So there's a body on a table, and their long moment here, like you said, to your point, Erik, I was curious because I knew the movie wasn't long. So on my first watch, when we're around here, I paused it to see, and I'm like, there's not much more left of this movie.
Can't do that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you can't do that.
Do what? Tell people that?
Pause it and then say, oh, there's only 5 minutes left, because then you're like, oh, well, I guess we're not going to see much of the bride. You want to be like, ooh, and then you're surprised.
I know. But to your point, just so I know where you're going with this,
you're like, wait.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to ask you is when you're transplanting a heart, it's a heart. It's got connections like a freaking solenoid valve.
Pretorius said earlier, it is the most complicated thing in the human.
So how do you complicatedly put it in?
I don't know. It just looks like there's no blood at all, first of all.
You get a pair of salad tongs and you drop it in the hole. That's what they did.
That's what it does look like, I have to say.
Done. Complicated.
And there's
done.
no blood.
No blood. I'm a genius.
And imagine if they sewed it up and then it's not working and they're like, I don't know why it's not working.
Well, did you attach the hoses?
What? What hoses? What are you talking about?
What fucking hoses, you idiot. Get that cigar out of my face.
That's why I grow mine from seed.
Go get my seed jar.
No attachments necessary.
Oh.
They're just very small.
Small. That's all they're out. So there's a storm coming, and there's a lot of. I just can only tell you there's a lot of science happening.
I'm sorry. I just thought of this.
What?
Victor's like, the heart's all set. We're ready to put it in the body. And they go over and Pretorius wheels out and it's a little tiny body. And Victor's like, you idiot, how are we going to put this heart in that little body? I'm sorry.
Like, here it is. Here's the heart. Yes, I grew it myself. Idiot. Start slapping each other like the Three Stooges. Yeah. What's the matter with you?
So anyways, you said we'll go back. The storm is, you were saying
Storm's coming and there's a lot of science. Like things are great.
Yeah, and it's
great.
It's a shame to go over it so quickly, but I think it's hard to really tell people. But you'd be describing just all of these cool things,
amazing,
that they're bringing, like electrodes, things, big pipes, and they release kites. Release the kites.
Send up the kites.
Kites are flying in the air, and things are lowering. They're turning gears, and there's a lot in here. It's really great, it's just amazing.
We got the 3 E's art. We got equipment, electricity, excitement. That's what we have. The 3 E's that make you go, ee.
Yeah. The idea is they raise the body up, they attach it to this thing, and it raises up through the top of the laboratory at the top of this tower. And it just keeps going up out into the atmosphere and the sky, and there's lightning.
And lots of close-ups. I mean, I'm going to do one for you. Ready? These are close-ups, cuts of all the characters watching.
Yes, they keep cutting in. They're all...
I mean, just so... Like, they get right in there.
And imagine it up on a big screen, Erik.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you're watching this in like a
Pretorius, that's too much, too much. See up his nose. But the monster comes up to check on, I guess Carl and Hans are up there at the top.
Who does? What would you say?
The monster goes up to the top to check on the bride, the top of the tower. Why is he going up there in the first place?
I don't know.
He's not drunk anymore?
Yeah.
But Carl, he's just like, I don't like you, Carl. Carl's like, stay away. He doesn't even have that voice to be better. Stay away. But the monster's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And hits him with a torch. Carl was asking for it, to be honest. He hits him with a torch, boom, like that. And then he throws the mannequin of Carl over the edge.
Yeah.
But what's great is when he throws it, it hits the top of the edge of the building first. Like, ugh. I love it.
They like doing that. I think they do it on purpose because that woman we talked about at the very beginning when he threw her down into the windmill wreckage. She did the same thing, hit something on the way down.
Yep. It's like
James Whale liked that idea.
Karloff's like, would you like me to do that again? It's like, no, that was great. You hit the head. Perfect. Are you sure I could redo it? No, that's great.
So they bring her back down. So the lightning hits, all of that. They lower her back down to the lab. And then they start taking the bandages off.
Yes, the hand.
And the first thing we get is eyes jump scare.
Yes.
Her eyes are open.
I'm so sad.
The bandages.
We only said this once. I thought we were going to say it all podcast. But her eyes are open and Frankenstein says, she's alive! Alive! And I was like, I thought we were going to say this all the podcast. I'm kind of glad we didn't.
And he didn't. He doesn't turn and look at the camera after he says it. You guys remember that one? Remember that one from the last movie? Yeah.
Call back, everybody. But what's cool is she's now, what do you call that? Vertical, but still wrapped up.
Yeah, they raise her up so she's standing sort of against the the gurney that she's on.
And
it looks great.
She's like a mummy. She's wrapped up like a mummy, and they've got...
And the arms go out like a mummy.
Yep. And
her
she's
arms
got
go...
safety pins, giant safety pins, holding her thing together. I really like this because, thank God you didn't take the time, but I thought it was kind of funny, is they start unwrapping her face and then sort of... Is it a fade? A fade to her.
Like a dissolve.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Like she's
there she is. It's what the audience, what you've been waiting for. It's what everybody's been waiting for the whole movie. And he even says it. Pretorius says, "The Bride of Frankenstein." And then there's wedding bells.
And
wedding bells are on the soundtrack.
Ding, 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 ding. Well, the outfit, if you guys have never seen The Bride, which is an iconic movie monster that you'd think was in at least 5 movies, which are absolutely wrong. This is it, y'all.
Yeah.
Elsa Lanchester she's in it's not a wedding dress, but it's like a huge white robe. She's tall, so she's like, 6'6", and her arms are bandaged like a mummy all the way, including the fingertips. She's beautiful. She's got a beautiful neck. She's got tight jawline, these eyebrows that just like won't quit. They just go up like little devil eyes. And then her hair, which is her actual hair, it's not a costume piece, is a shock of, she looks like Nefertiti, like picture that Egyptian, except it's hair. And then there's white, like me, white on the sides that go up. And then she has scars on her jawline. Tiny little scars. Like they did a much better job making her that go around the jawline, but she otherwise is flawless.
Yeah. And so, Eric, I have in my notes, I was going to ask you. So, Bride of Frankenstein, hot?
Yes.
Okay. I know we're two guys doing the podcast, and seems
technically,
like
if we're talking about
very tropey, but
yes, technically, if we're talking about underwear, we've also seen her underwear.
Oh, we have?
Which is the mummy bandages, technically.
Oh. And fun fact for people who come along this way, it's the actress who played Mary Shelley in the prologue.
Yes. And I love when you say for people who've come along this way, like they're like, nah, I'm done. I don't need to find out what happens. They're still here. You guys are listening with bated breath.
I know. They always listen, Eric, till we're done with the movie, and then
That's okay.
Like,
they don't need to know that they should like and subscribe and watch on YouTube.
If they've listened to the end, Eric, they'd know that they can reach us at midnightcinemapod.com.
Oh, cool.
They can find us on any of the podcast platforms.
Nice.
Apple, Spotify. I mean, this is stuff that they would hear if they kept listeing right to the very end.
Yeah, but they won't know because this is the climax. So, so her acting is impeccable because her hands are like tight. She's not bending her elbows. Her arms are splayed out. Frankenstein's monster doesn't do that. His hands are usually curled. So she's the opposite. And she acts like a bird. She's looking around like, It is so good. And
very intentionally. Apparently, the actress said she watched Swans. That's what she based her performance on. Swans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her what is it? Her Tinder date comes in, right?
Rather than Grindr, it's Monster.
Yeah. Swipe right. Swipe. Match. Good. So Frankenstein comes down and to be honest, she's Hottie McHutster right now, regardless of she's made of dead flesh and a tiny heart. But the monster, he's a mess right now.
Yeah.
He's drunk. He smells.
He's not coming in. He's not presenting his best.
No, he's got burned hair. He's not probably pissed himself. He's not doing well. Did you just say he pissed himself, Art? That's terrible. But he meets and he's very excited. He turns into that
Yeah, his hands are
And he's like,
yeah,
friend, I'll be the monster and you be my new girlfriend, okay? That we just met at the Italian restaurant, right? Oh, friend.
She lets out a scream.
Again, if you picture her as like a child, This is a typical 3-year-old child that runs to its mom or dad when they're scared. And that's what she does. She runs to frickin' Frankenstein.
She runs to Frankenstein to protect her.
But you know what? He's been waiting for 73 minutes, the monster. So he's not having it. He's like, "Arr! Arr!" So he, date number 2, he's going to maybe sit down on the bench and try to.
That's what I thought. I'm like, okay, let's give this another shot.
Try it again.
Let's give it another shot.
It's okay.
So,
I have a great personality, he's thinking.
Sits down on the bench and he goes over and there's a little, this might be a lot, Erik. This might be a lot for the second date.
Yeah.
He takes her hand. He takes her hand.
Yep. And just pointing out the detail that they put into it when they show close up of the bride's hand, she has some fingers that are regular sized and some that are longer and pointy. I thought that was so
so he's got his hand on her and this is the swan thing that she said. She makes these sounds. It's almost like a cat too, where she suddenly will do stuff like go, ah, like she was like it's like a hissing cat. But she said when she said the hisses were the way swans, I guess, they hiss like that.
They I've seen me some swans.
Yeah,
and
so she said that's kind of what they do. So
but she screams again, and now he's like, second date didn't go well, so he's like, she hates me. Yeah, he's pissed.
And everybody's like, no, maybe she just needs some time.
Hold on.
She might need some time.
Just listen, you're little too strong. Take a shower, maybe bring some flowers. Not a human child, actual flowers. And try again, but he's done.
He's like, no time.
He's done.
He goes over, and I guess they built a self-destruct into the tower, Erik.
You got to have it.
They did it.
Yeah, but it's not one you have to really find. It's there. It's like a size of a baseball bat sticking out.
Well, Erik, would you say, like Pretorius says, the Frankenstein grabs it and he says, get away from that lever.
It is a lever.
That lever.
Yeah.
He just overpronounces it. It's so funny to me.
You'll blow us all to atoms. Probably not what you tell somebody.
Yeah. Well, because he's down with it. The monster is like,
well, Elizabeth shows up.
Yeah, Elizabeth shows up at the door and she's yelling to Victor. Yeah. Well, like you pointed out, Erik, she wasn't that tied up job, wasn't bad.
She was like, this isn't bad.
It's pretty easy to get out of there.
This isn't bad.
Yeah.
But Baron Frankenstein runs and opens the door. And remember Frankenstein's monster? Frankenstein's monster's like, you go, you live. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Pretorius, that little jar filler. Mm-hmm. He's like, what about me? What about me, monster? Remember when we had a cigar and a laugh in the tomb? Do you remember that? What about me? Can I go? No, you jerk. He's like,
we belong dead.
Yes.
That's what he says. But apparently his bride, too.
Well, because, he's mad. He's mad. He's only 5 or 4.
Yeah.
And this is where the bride does the classic. He pulls the lever and the bride goes,
yeah.
She's been on camera for 5 minutes, if anything, and is a completely memorable character. 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then
tear in his eye, though.
He's crying.
He's crying as he pulls the lever.
Oh my God. Frankenstein's monster is crying.
Now, are the tears because he thinks he'll just never find anybody?
Yes.
I mean, Erik, he's only been on the apps for, how long?
He's
got to stay out there. You gotta give it a little bit of time.
He's not emotionally equipped, Art. We talked about this in his therapy session. He's like, you gotta this isn't the end. Oh, yes.
Well,
so
this is the end for him.
It's the end for all 4? Because I think the other guy is still there too, right? The other henchman, is he there?
Yeah. He must still be in there.
But boom,
and I think there's a quick shot that's a mistake because I think Victor's still there too in one of the shots, the insets right before you see all of them. It's like an overhead shot, and if you like you earlier seeing the baby in the high chair, I was like, wait, why is Victor in the shot? Like
maybe
it's just weird. It's like an overhead, but it blows up and it's spectacular. We both said at the same time.
We did spectacular, good.
Yeah.
Boom.
Now, is it, at first I was like, is this a miniature that's blowing up or a real set? Because it's so good looking. It looks so good.
Miniature, but
it's a miniature.
Yeah.
Because what a miniature, because the rocks are tumbling and the falling over each other. That was an incredible bit of miniature work. I think that explosion at the end still holds up to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it still holds up.
So the bride, Frankenstein's monster, and Pretorius, they're all dead. They've exploded into atoms, right? Just saying. But not outside where we have our couple.
Victor and Elizabeth.
Yep. And
they made it out.
Yep. And he hugs her, and the last line he says is, I think we should adopt. And she's like, I'm leaving you, right? Those are the lines.
We gotta come back to Lord Byron, right? Imagine Lord Byron from the beginning.
Ooh,
what a tale.
Really good.
From that tiny female brain of yours, Mary.
Just like the miniatures, am I right? And then she slaps him. Shut up, you little bitch. That would be awesome. She's like, I'll throw you out the window.
Got it up to here with both of you.
Right.
That's it.
She sicks the dogs on him.
I know. Seriously, the Afghan hounds. But Minnie's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he.
Yeah.
Ow!
Oh! But no.
Hounds. Yeah. That's the end. But they give us the cast. What I love is they gave us a cast at the beginning and they give it again. And they said, a cast so great, you gotta put it up twice.
For 2 minutes at a time. And does it still have the question mark?
It does. The one at the end has the question mark.
So she didn't even get billing.
Yeah. What Erik and I are talking about is the cast list at the beginning says the monster's mate. And it has a question mark.
Not even the bride. The monster's
mate. It says the monster's mate. And then at the end, it's still the monster's mate, even though we know it's the actress who played Mary Shelley, because I think they were trying to hide it. And she does look very different. Like
she does. She's got this cute little divot in her chin, like one of our favorite people, Kurt Russell. Does he have a divot?
Yeah. So and then, that's it. The Bride of Frankenstein. That ends it. Not the end of Frankenstein movies.
No, because he survived.
Yeah. For Son, is it Son is going to be the next movie? Son of Frankenstein.
And then there's Niece of Frankenstein. Then there's Next Door Neighbor of Frankenstein.
So Erik, help me out. So in the actual Universal line, it's just Frankenstein, Bride, and Son? Or are there any more? No?
Yeah.
Universal?
There's a couple. Oh, yeah. I think it's Curse of Frankenstein.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then there's Frankenstein, the Reunion.
Well, Abbott and Costello. That's a Universal.
But they don't. Because it's Frankenstein's monster. Too much confusion. It's just Frankenstein. What are we going to do? But the bride never again appears in this form. Elsa, you nailed it. I wish we could have seen you. And we only get a taste of you later on because please tell me you don't know this. Elsa.
Oh, she
is the person in Mary Poppins who leaves because the kids are too rambunctious. And she says, I say, and that's all I say. I'm through with this house forever. And she looks around fast, and I'm like, oh, it's the bride. And then she goes,
imagine.
We should have.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. And this was a first watch for you, you said, The Bride of Frankenstein.
I was
great, and you loved it.
So startled by the freaking people in the jars. Didn't see that coming. I'm like, what is this? I felt like we were watching Golden Voyage of Sinbad or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's happening?
Yeah. I think this movie is so many different things that you're not expecting when you see it. There's comedy, like we said, that mixes in over-the-top performances, but the production design and the cinematography, great cinematographer. Apparently he was drunk all the time and they had to drive him to set all the time.
But he was able to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
He still did his job.
Yeah. So great stuff. And it throws a lot of themes in there that I was interested in, that I'm not sure it's the type of movie that's really going to dive into them, but it throws them in about the creation. And I wish they'd followed through a little bit more on this, creating it from dark magic mixed with the science. I just wish that they had kind of maybe cohered some of that stuff together a little bit. But I will say this, I think this movie, it's very short. I mean, this movie's like an hour and 18 minutes. And they pack a lot into that hour and 18 minutes. There's a lot.
They don't take breaks. It's like monster's alive, monster kills you. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You don't get bored watching.
No. There's always something different sort of happening, a new development or a new thing that they're going to introduce. It's a little weird to me, just as a little thing in the middle where they're like, oh, they captured Frankenstein. Oh, he's out again.
Right away. Away.
I'm like, okay. All right.
The guards don't even have time to leave.
No.
Right away.
Yeah.
But watch it like he's a little kid. You'll get all of it.
Yeah, it's really I would say a fun monster movie watch. And even I'll say this, it gets a little moving.
Moving.
You can move. Yeah.
Cry. Depression. Anxiety.
Great performances. And Pretorius it's his movie.
Oh.
He kind of steals the movie. He's as the villain, he's just chewing it up, and he's so interesting as a villain. He just completely overshadows Victor.
Oh, Victor's just whiny little brat in this.
Yeah. He's really. Yeah.
But I like it.
Good.
I'm gonna recommend
I'm glad. I think we both do.
I almost want to see Mary Shelley's Frankenstein just to ruin it.
Oh, you mean the 1990s one with Robert De Niro?
He's like, hey, listen, you fucking bastard, give me that cigar. I'm going to shove it up your ass. Listen to me. Okay, make me a bride.
Imagine if it was De Niro and Pesci. Pesci was Frankenstein and De Niro was the monster.
Oh my God. Now, wait. Look. I'm going to make you a bride. Okay. I'll make you a bride. Okay. Yeah, you better make me a fucking bride. Because you know what? I've been waiting a long time now. Look at my hand. It's fucking burned. Okay. I get it. Jesus Christ. Give me a fucking minute here. Okay. I'll do it.
Yeah.
You did it.
I did that. I'm sorry. Right here at the end, I sent you off on a tangent.
That's great.
So I have not seen that one since the movies. I haven't since I saw it when it came out. But that leads me to asking you,
yes,
what do you think as far as Frankenstein movies people might want to check out after The Bride? The original
really, come on, see Frankenstein first.
Yes.
And then see.
You can watch them as a double feature, Eric. They're each only about an hour long.
Yeah, I would say if you like The Bride, then go for it. Wolfman, Creature of the Black Lagoon. The Mummy's slow. It's not.
It does star Karloff, though.
Yes, you can skip The Mummy, but and then of course The Invisible Man. I would see all those.
How are you on the Hammer era Frankenstein type movies? No, you're not.
I love.
Okay.
My favorite mummy is Curse of the Mummy. I think that's the Hammer film.
Okay.
Which we should probably do.
And there are Frankensteins in there too,
yeah,
right?
He's a lot more. It's Christopher Lee, and he's a lot more gross. It's like, but this one, I didn't realize Frankenstein was like a child. It's pretty good.
And we're doing this recording right in the wake of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which just came out in 2025.
Skip. Not good.
Oh, gosh.
Not good, Art.
Okay, we're going to disagree a little bit. I think there are things.
No.
Anybody who doesn't who likes the idea of Frankenstein and likes that stuff, there are good things in it, but I will agree the whole thing doesn't come together as well as I would like.
No together. Watch this one.
All right, Eric.
Yes.
So this is a shame because it's a classic movie, first black and white. We haven't come up with a rating system yet for our podcast. Been doing this a year.
You
now.
wrong.
And so,
Art wrong. We have.
What is it? What is the rating?
Yes, we have rating. Yes, rating 2 words. Frankenstein, good. Bride, great.
Good.
No, but if I was,
okay. You got some more?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
If I was going to give it a rating, it would be 10 jars filled with seed.
God, Eric. I should have stopped you.
You should have.
I should have stopped you.
You should have booted me, Art, when you had the chance.
I should have.
But now we're going to think of those filled jars as we sleep at night.
Stop it. Stop it.
The king and queen copulating in the little jars. The mermaid drowning.
Stop. Why? Why are you doing? Why are you doing this?
That poor little
You're
baby that we'll never see on camera.
Erik, they should have kicked you out of that
They should have
university.
voted me when I had the chance.
Yes.
Well, that's it. We're
Oh,
done.
God. Stop
We're
it.
done.
Stop it.
We're done.
We're done. We're done. And Erik, so you're a big fan, it sounds like.
Yes.
You like
Yeah,
this.
yes.
You even rated it higher than the original Frankenstein.
10.
Great. Awesome. I think that's fantastic. So I had a great time talking to you. And Erik, just to throw it out there, we've been doing this for a year now.
Yep.
And I've had a lot of fun. And I hope we can keep doing it. And
I mean, yay.
And
Yes. Podcast. Good.
yeah.
More.
So I can't wait until next time on Midnight Cinema. So what's going on there, Erik? What are you got?
What?
I think behind you there's a little bit of like a. Did you light something on? Did somebody light something on? Is a candle going over there? That's like
no.
no
Fire.